There's a work camping gig that'll pay you $75 a day to do absolutely nothing. It's actually the sugar beet harvest. You see, you've heard the stories of 7-day work weeks complete with 12-hour shifts and even working all night. But did you know that if the weather cooperates, there's really some easy money to be had?
If we haven't met yet, we're Kalyn and Joseph, and we've been living in our RV for the last 4 years. We hit a bit of a financial rough patch from the event that shall not be named.
New York City's mayor calling the city the epicenter of the spread.
So we're picking up odd jobs here and there to save for our dream trip to Alaska. Follow along as we navigate the first few days of the sugar beet harvest.
It's still raining.
And make a big mistake that costs us time, money, and the use of our truck.
We want to pour money into the truck to fix stuff.
Right.
And instead, I'm potentially spending $400 to $600 needlessly.
We also make a high stakes bet to see who can predict when the harvest ends. And of course, there's dire consequences for the one who loses. I'm so mad at you right now. How's it feel to be earning $80 today, playing on your phone? What are you doing, planes?
Yep, just playing games, yep. Feels kind of nice. I like stay pay.
I am dressed to go hiking.
I'm dressed.
And I think we should go on a hike. I found a spot in Minnesota. We could drive into Minnesota, I think 45 minutes, and it's like 3.5 miles long, and it's probably more of a walk, but I just need to get out of this RV because the last 2 days we have been stuck with no work for harvest.
Because the harvest technically starts today, and it is way too warm to pile beets.
So we're gonna get paid to go hike. Wait. You need to shave first. I'm not going out with you like that, even in the middle of the woods. He is the only furry face that I will kiss.
I have a proposition to make.
To me?
Yes, to you.
Oh.
What we're gonna do is any day that I'm getting stay pay and she has to deal with me at home, I'll shave. But any day that I am going to the harvest and I'm around a bunch of people who could care less how I look, I'm not gonna shave.
I'm not sure if I'm on board with this, but it could be interesting to see how many days in a row he actually has to work. When he actually gets to work. Because for the foreseeable future, it is really warm here on October 1st in North Dakota. Does anyone else shave with a hot jar of water that they dip their razor into? I feel like this is very old school.
It is very old school. It's something my dad always did. And I only picked it up when we were starting RVing and saving water. So it's literally just boondocking stuff.
It's been so nice to have the windows and door open and get all the breeze flowing through, but can you be like loud enough over there?
I'm having trouble shutting the door.
My word. I think we need to do the air conditioning today, which again, October 1st, North Dakota, air conditioning.
It's supposed to be like 80 degrees today.
I know, and I don't want the little tyke to flip out and dehydrate. So I just turned it on to cool. So what should I set it at?
77?
Okay, all set. I should say we haven't been stuck in this RV doing nothing because you have been working very hard on our videos.
Very, very hard.
Make sure you're subscribed because we are vlogging through the entire harvest. We're gonna see how long it takes to actually do this year's harvest once it actually starts. I mean, today is day 1 because that's the day that Joseph is getting paid. But when will he actually go to work? That is the question.
Kalyn's making sandwiches. I gotta check. Hang on. Hopefully that one's hers. Ahaha, yes, that one's mine.
Why do I only have one chocolate?
Because you said I could have a chocolate.
I can survive. Actually, Joseph, you are so loud this morning. I can't even
How
handle
is that
it.
different from any other day?
Joseph made us peanut butter cookies last night, so I guess I can forgive him. I'm downloading the trail on all trails, and I don't think, babe, that you're gonna be able to handle this elevation.
What is it?
55 feet.
Woohoo!
Are you sure we don't need a backpack?
So the reason we're not working today, or I guess the reason I'm not working today, is because of, well, see this beautiful sunshine? It is 80 degrees out today. They can't pile the beets unless the internal temperature of the beet is 55 degrees or less. So if the internal temperature of the beet is too warm, the pile's gonna rot, it causes problems. So right now, all the beets they're harvesting, they're sending straight to the processing facility, which is not where I'm working. I'm working at a long-term storage facility. So I am on standby until the weather cools down. I have low tire pressure. I've got to inflate that back passenger tire that
before
has that
we can leave.
Yep. Sorry.
Let's try this again.
Ready?
I have been ready. I got a few chapters of my book in. The processing plant is working.
I'm not.
Still getting paid for it though.
Yep.
One of the really cool things about this job is that you get stay pay. So every day that you could potentially work that you can't because of weather, they give you 4 hours stay pay, which is paid at an hourly rate. And then on the weekends, it's also paid at time and a half.
Stay pay can vary by location as to whether or not they do it. Here at the Red River Valley, they do stay pay. I have friends working at the Beet Harvest in Michigan. They don't do stay pay over there. So if you're considering joining the Beet Harvest, be sure you research which location you're going to find out whether or not stay pay is part of their package.
I think we need to get a permit. Do you want to try that observation tower before or after?
Yeah, let's do it before. That sounds cool. I'm wondering if it's like a fire tower or...
She said it was like up here on the left. Is that the observation tower?
That's the observation tower.
Oh. I guess I was expecting something
Taller?
taller.
I mean, I guess if everything's so flat, it doesn't need to be that tall to see far.
That is a valid point. While we're walking to this tower, here is your sugar beet fact. About 55 to 60% of America's sugar comes from sugar beets.
Those are the money beets.
It's not necessarily labeled on the sugar packaging, so you might not even know. You may have consumed sugar beet sugar without even knowing where it came from. If you're ever in the northwest Minnesota area, this park is Lake Bronson State Park. $7 for a day pass, $35 to get you to all Minnesota state parks, but it does have some really nice trails, horseback trails, a really pretty lake. So nice stop off to spend an afternoon, and it gave us something to do.
Having worked the Beet Harvest last year, I knew that the Beet Harvest was reliant on weather, but we got started pretty decently quick last year. This year, I've been watching my favorite YouTube weather guy, Ryan Hall, y'all.
So the weather is about to get spicy across the U.S.
And North Dakota is going to be warmer than average. So I'm kind of expecting a little bit of a rocky start this year.
I'm just still stuck on, I have a favorite YouTube weather guy. There we are. Home sweet home.
Oh, shoot.
Forgot the keys.
Yep.
The AC was working because it's cold in here and I needed to put on a sweatshirt, but I wanted to give you an update on this little munchkin who's very irritated that he's on the couch right now, because if you watched last week's video, he was at the vet, he had a big eye issue. Let's look at your eyeball. Ooh, that looks angry. So it was really red before and now it's just the pink that it should be. It's not angry, although I feel like it's maybe a little bit annoyed right now that I'm messing with him. But all we've had to do is just put this ointment in his eye and he's been so good about it.
Even though the Beet Harvest didn't technically begin today, I am on night shift, and so it could start tomorrow or the next day. So I am in the process of getting my body clock oriented toward working from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. So I just said goodnight to Kalyn. I'm actually going to stay up and do work till about 3, 4 in the morning, and then I'm going to go to bed and sleep in tomorrow morning. Again, just part of the process of working and getting my body acclimated to these new hours that I'm going to be having through the Beet Harvest. It's the second. The high is going to be in the mid 70s, and more importantly, the low isn't even going to get to 59. So today it looks like I'm getting paid to do my own thing again. So I'm going to work on the truck today, but first I'm going to grab some propane and I'm going to get paid $75 to do it all. One of the things you have to take into consideration with the Beet Harvest is when it does get going, you could be working for up to 14, 15 days straight, because if the weather stays steady, you're going to be working and you're not going to have time to run and go get propane if you run out. You'd think the truck repairs that I have on my docket have to do with that tire that's leaking air. That's where you'd be wrong. We're actually gonna try to keep that going. That's a super, super tiny leak. And we're gonna try to keep that going to Texas because I want to replace all 4 tires before we go to Alaska next year, rather than just one right now. No, the truck's been running hard. We've talked about it a couple times. Replace the air filter, and next I'm gonna try the in-tank fuel filter. I've seen a bunch of stuff online that says those can get all fouled up. So we'll jack it up, drop the tank off, take a look at that sending unit and see if that's the issue. Mechanics get paid like 75 bucks an hour. I think I'm getting paid 75 bucks a day. Seems about right. Coming out to join me.
Cody wants to hang out with you. Now we gotta do this so the hawks don't get ya. Hello. This sounded like a really good idea to be out here working, but the flies are insane and they're very attracted to my screen. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be out here. I feel them crawling on my feet right now as I speak. Eagle, I'm coming in soon.
There's a flathead screwdriver in that toolbox back there by the RV. Thank you.
Get your back. That looks massive.
It's our fuel tank.
Yeah.
So they say every like 30-minute repair is an oops away from a 3-day repair or something like that.
Don't tell me.
I busted the clip on this one, and I busted the clip on this one. That's broken. So since I busted the clip, I cut the hose.
Boy, that was stupid.
So lessons learned. Do a little bit more research. So the truck that I was looking at for cleaning the screens wasn't exactly the same model as mine. It was a Ford, it was an F-250. It was probably a year later or a year past, I'm not sure which, but my truck has a different sending unit, different screen. It doesn't have screens in the tank. So long and short of it is I did all this work, broke a couple things in the process, only to take it apart and there not be screens to replace. That's not what I wanted to hear you say.
I have to see pictures of exactly what you're talking about, but that's if you actually cut the fuel line itself, that's a high pressure line.
I just feel like today got way, way complicated.
I may have caused a even bigger issue. So these clips are the fuel line clips. I mangled them because I didn't know how to get it off. I thought I did, and then I snapped it. And so then since I'd broken it, I just broke it the rest of the way off. And then I cut the fuel line on one to get it off. They don't sell just the 90-degree clips. They only sell the fuel line, which is $400 to $600 for the whole fuel line thing. I'm just sick that we want to pour money into the truck to fix stuff.
Right.
And instead, I'm potentially spending $400 to $600 needlessly.
Right.
And we should have just taken it somewhere, so.
But hey, mistakes happen.
Yeah, but that's like...
I know, but I'm not angry.
It's a tenth. I know, but it's a tenth of the money we're making here.
I know he's just really beating himself up over this, but we're going to figure it out. We always do, and stuff like this happens, and you just have to roll with it and continue on, and we'll get it fixed. And we'll keep you guys updated on what happens on day 3.
Here is hoping that today goes better than yesterday. Although, after the whole fiasco with the truck yesterday, I did manage to look up some parts online and get some more information from a gentleman at a Ford dealership, and there is a repair kit for the lines. So instead of making a $600 mistake, I'm down to only having made a $100 mistake. So today is my 3rd day getting paid $75 to do absolutely nothing. So 75 plus 75 plus 75 equals 150. Carry the 1, 225. 225? 225. But I've spent 90 of it on fixing the truck. So I'm down to 135 for doing nothing. I really need to get better at this doing nothing thing. I am headed off to bed.
Okay.
I've almost got my body reset. I stayed up till 5:30 this morning before coming to bed. So as long as Kalyn's quiet, I'm gonna get back in these blankets and...
I'm gonna be so loud.
This could be an interesting beet harvest.
It's 3.
Yay.
Tomorrow, I want you guys out here at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Got it.
Yep, 7 p.m. So we're gonna get to work.
Might be your last day.
No! This is not legal.
I'm checking. I'm looking to see if it's legal to transport propane tanks on a motorcycle.
This is because he took the propane tank to the propane place and he had to leave it there for the guy to fill it. And then when he came back, the truck broke down. So, well, I guess it didn't break down, did it?
No.
Too soon.
I would not be considering this if we were like 20 miles away or interstate driving. It's literally a mile down the road. I'm gonna take my ratchet strap, I'm gonna go pay for the propane. Then if they stop me from like putting the propane on the back of the bike, then I will continue trying to find somebody to get me to go pick it up. Surprisingly, this would not be the first time that I've hauled interesting things on the bike. In West Virginia, I hauled a bunch of 6-gallon water jugs, and then we ran out of gas in California, we ran out of diesel, and so I drove the bike a few miles into town, bought a diesel canister, and put diesel on the back of the bike. I made it! Feels a little like a last hurrah.
A little bit. It's the last time I have you all to myself.
Last time this face is nice and clean shaven for a while.
We're trying to squeeze in a quick walk before sunset around the campground, and we have a fun little bet to do with each other about when the last day of work is going to be, or as they say around here, last boom down. Since we're not doing a cash bet, we thought we'd have a little bet of our own, and whoever wins, the other person has to do what we say they have to do.
And basically she wins as long as we are done 26th or before, and I'm gonna win if it's anytime 27th or after.
Okay, so if I win, you have to eat a banana muffin. Joseph hates anything banana bread. He wanted Pop-Tarts, so I'm gonna put these in the cart and see.
No.
I didn't even know you were there.
No. Oh man.
Can you get through it?
I can't. I think I can get through it. It might make me gag, but I can get through it. But I think you're gonna...
He hates banana muffins. Is mine a lot worse?
It might be. So if I win, if
I'm so
final
nervous.
boom
I'm
is
so
down
nervous right now.
between October 27th and November 1st, then you have to do a polar plunge into the Red River before we leave Drayton.
Where did you come up with that? I can't believe this. And we have it on camera, so I have to do it.
We do.
I'm so mad at you right now. A banana frickin' muffin.
I'm glad you went first.
I think you need to shave today.
Nope.
Yes.
I'm working today.
No, you need to shave
I'm
before
working
you go
today.
into work, and then you don't have to.
shave the days that I don't work. Most people watching are going to be like, he looks like he shaved.
It just should be an interesting motorcycle ride because it's supposed to rain at 11 and not stop, right?
Well, it's supposed to rain at 11 and for like 2-3 hours, then stop, but then it's supposed to start raining again by 7, which is,
so
I'll be getting off between 7 and 8.
That could be a very cold and wet ride home.
Yes.
The truck part that we ordered to fix the fuel line clip thing.
That's what it's called. That's all it's called.
It was shipped out today, so maybe we'll get it Saturday, and then the truck will be back in business. But until then, motorcycle it is. And I'm stuck here because I don't know how to ride one. Cookie?
I suppose. Am I allowed to say no to a cookie?
No.
I didn't think so.
I'm gonna take this last one.
It's finally happening today. I gotta grab my go bag, jump on the bike, and head to work for the first time. Really quick though, let me show you what I got in the go bag, because this is the secret to making sure that I work all the days I'm supposed to, because if you get to work and you don't have some of your equipment with you, you have to come back and maybe they'll just send you home for the day, and days off are not a good thing because that affects your bonus pay. So you have to show up to your shifts to be able to make sure you're eligible for all your bonus pay. So the go bag, super important. Let me show you what I got inside. Pretty basic stuff here. I got my helmet, I've got my safety vest, I've got another hat, an earmuff, and then I have, I'm not gonna be able to grab them all here, but I've got 3 pairs of gloves. I also have my safety card in there, which affirms that I've been through all the safety training. Again, that's one of those things that if you don't have it and they ask for it, you're going home for the day. That's why I think it's important to have a go bag. Now I'm gonna be jumping on that because, well, truck's still out of commission. Gas tank is currently under this picnic table, but just 2-3 days on that, then I'll get the fix for the truck and we'll be set to go. I am so bulked up right now. Like,
Michelin man. And he's off. I am so interested to see how his first night goes of work. For now, I have to finish up some work of my own that I didn't get done completely this afternoon, and then I might watch a movie or something.
all right, I have made it on site here. I'll show you around as time allows. One of the nice things you'll notice as the beet, well, not nice things, one of the things you'll notice as the beet harvest progresses is that it's daylight now. By the end of the season, when I'm starting my day, it's not gonna be daylight anymore. It is 10:21 and it's raining. What a stellar start to the first shift. I gotta be honest though, we're having a good time. Guessing a truck's gonna get stuck before the night's out if this rain keeps going. Let's already know what we got on this end. Down here we are running the boom in this spot. Swings that back and forth across the pile when you're busy. It's just endless swinging back and forth, dumping beets. We've got trucks coming in on the end dumps there. Guide them through, let them dump their beets. They come to the back, dump some dirt back in the back of their truck to get sorted off the beets. It's that simple. You just do that over and over again for 12 hours for 14 days. Get paid decent money to do it though. It's not free money though, like the $75 a day when nothing happens. That's kind of nice.
Just stacking these beets.
Yeah.
Keeping it going.
Someone's got to do the sugar beets.
Welcome to the brains of the operation, I guess. Not me, this location. This is the cab of the piler. Let me show you around. Right down here, we have all the levers for the hydraulics for the end dumps. There's one on this side. There's one on this side. These are what the trucks drive up on and over and dump their beets. Then right here, we've got the buttons for the left end dump conveyor, the right end dump conveyor. That moves the beets up that conveyor belt right there and into the main conveyor. Over here we have all our power. So main conveyor, beets are gonna go up the main conveyor, and then you can't see it because of the bright lights, but that's when they go onto the boom and dump onto the pile. And all of this, of course, you're doing when it's busy. You've got 2 trucks in various stages of dumping on both sides. So you're trying to manage all of that at the same time while making sure your ground crew stays safe. And I've got a truck coming, so I gotta put this away. Still raining. Well, it sounds like it's official. Farmers have stopped hauling beets for the night because they're all getting stuck in their fields. About 3 o'clock, so we got 8 hours of work in. And they'll be sending us home soon. But, you know, with mud looking like that, I'm not sure you can blame the farmers for, for stopping hauling. That's better. Well, that did not go as planned, but, you know, not too bad to have a soft start getting into the season. I want to say that what makes or breaks a season of beet harvest, in my opinion, is the crew that you've got. And the crew we have at our piling site is fantastic. And so I already know after just one day, it's going to be a good season. Even if the weather is garbage, even if stuff doesn't go as planned, we're going to have a good time together. And honestly, even though the easy money was getting paid to do nothing, it's really not that hard if you've got a good crew. If you like this video, be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe if you want to follow this journey through the beet harvest. And then we also have another work camping gig already lined up after this, so we'll make that Alaska 2024 happen yet. You just wait and see. We'll see you in the next video.
I need to be better at thinking of nasty bets. Maybe I can't change it now, but
A future challenge.
if you have ideas for a future challenge, leave a comment below of what I should make Joseph do if I win.